Oh, 2K. Today we've got a lot to talk about, mostly not good. But look, the new season is starting soon in just a few days, and you guys know 2K has over and over dropped the patch for the new season a few days before it comes out. So very soon we should be going over probably, my guess is, our last gameplay patch of the year, or at least anything significant. So that'll be interesting to go over. But look, in the last video where we talked about 2K nerfing VC in 3v3 Pro-Am, we got almost 5,000 likes on that thing. Our most liked video in a long time. So let's go for 5,000 today, guys, because I'm one of the only people that's going to talk about this. All right, most people are compromised and they're not even going to discuss this at all, but let's get into it. So we talked about 2K nerfing VC in 3v3 Pro-Am in the last video and them lying. Like literally just lying and saying that it was counting as a 5v5 game, yet people had been getting that amount of VC for 3, 4, 5 years now. Okay, now it's an issue, right? No, it's not. They just wanted to nerf VC and they gave us an excuse. They lied to us, right? So we showed this picture right here, and it says players are spending 45% more in 2K26 from Reddit than they did in 2K25, yet 2K still decided to nerf the Vince Carter earned in Rec and Pro-Am. And I was like, why did they say Vince Carter in the video? Or in that picture? Why did he say Vince Carter? Why did he not just say VC? Well, I got a comment and it says, oh, you know why that is, Badge? The word VC is banned in the 2K Reddit community. I know this because I made a post complaining about the servers and said stop buying VC in the end of it, and it was marked for deletion. You can take a guess why they have the word VC banned. So if that's true, that is insane that you can't say VC on Reddit. Look, Reddit, I know we have had our disagreements, but we got to come together, bro. We got to call a truce here. And let's talk about this tweet where I said 2K did what to the VC? And this guy says, pulling 1,100 VC from my career games over y'all over here crying about threes in Rec. And I just don't understand the 2K community. There's people that play 3v3 Pro-Am because it was the best method online to get VC on the game. And in the last video, I gave an example of a lot of people use that to do no money spent, like creators. And some people were like, oh, this is just affecting creators. No, that was just an example I used. There was a lot of people that got free builds or a lot of VC from playing 3v3 Pro-Am. And I told you all that Rec is most likely next. But here's the thing though, why? Why would you just make an excuse for 2K to do that? They are giving you the most VC in my career on purpose because that it's an offline mode that people that play Park don't want to play. That's the reason why it's the best. That's the reason why they nerfed it. So that if you do still want to grind VC, you've got to do a very boring task over and over to get it. You see what I'm saying? Now, I said on Twitter, remember, they could have just as easily gave 5v5 more VC payout rather than nerfing 3v3. They lied to us. They just completely lied. And I'm still just disgusted by that, guys. Honestly, I don't think I'm going to make another build this year. At least at the moment, with all the things going on in the gameplay, and I'm not trying to start a strike here, or I'm just telling you what I am doing. I don't think I'm making another one. I had just enough VC from playing a lot of 2K to be able to basically get a free build recently. So I made a new 6'11" that will come out soon. I also have a 6'6" that you guys haven't seen, but I don't think I don't have a reason to make another build this year. I don't feel like I should give 2K money, basically. So it is what it is. And, you know, I'm not saying that I haven't spent a single dollar, but I don't feel like I should give 2K any more money this year. And it's not even December yet. So we'll see how that goes. But anyway, look at this. Dimework said 2K has to fix this clean block to a foul glitch that's going on. And it got 1,800 likes. So what I want you guys to do is watch this video. And if you can't see a single thing that I talk about here that's a genuinely good critique or complaint of the current gameplay, feel free to unsubscribe if you want to. Because that's what we're about to do, basically, is just go over a bunch of issues that are in the game right now. Some new, some old, but let's keep going. This guy said, and they count as missed shots. That's how you know it's a bug. So I haven't actually looked at this to track it. You guys let me know in the comments if this happens to you, if you notice it while playing. But apparently some of the times when you get a block, because it's a massive issue in the gameplay where you clearly block the ball and it says it's a foul, it actually even gives them a miss on their box score. Like the game knows that it's an actual block, but it gives a foul, which is most likely, as we have talked about recently, RNG, slingshot effect, stuff like that. Just the game having an algorithm controlling the game besides shooting. Now, I do believe there's a tiny bit of RNG in shooting, and we've talked about that as well. But most of the RNG that they have in 2K26 that so many people have agreed with once I brought it up, which is insane. I didn't expect that many people to notice it as well, is in everything else. The defensive animations, the foul calls, if you get a steal or not, if you get a block or not, all that type of stuff. But look, 2K, as you see from GB3, he posted this video and he said 2K did a secret update on 2K26. And we didn't even talk about that a second ago. The VC change was not brought up. They did not mention that. For those of you that didn't see the last video, they just did it and was like, okay, you know, people will figure it out. And then a day or two later, that's when we got an official response where they again lied to us. So it was a secret change, and then they lied about the change, why they changed it. Guys, for real, drop a like. Let's get this video to 5,000 views. Again, this will push it out to as many people as possible so that people can see this video, man. You guys are showing a lot of support. Thank you. But what was this secret patch? Well, you've seen in the last video, we talked about the patch, or it was the video before that, but there was also other things inside of it. And this is why I can't trust 2K. This guy said, yo, 2K, can y'all please stop with these secret patches? I can't do any go-to moves out of KD, Paolo, etc. out of the triple threat in the 1v1 theater anymore after the patch. And then he tags GB3 and Keysticks, who are two players who play the 1v1 court like their life depends on it. So they know if there has been a change or not. And Keysticks said, yeah, you can't do a hop jumper either right away. Gotta wait a couple seconds. Also, they start way closer to you off the check. Weird. Now look, the first change that GB3 mentions in his video is that you can't catch and shoot on the 1v1 court anymore in the stage. You were able to do that, I guess, the entire year. I only played a few 1v1 stage games this year to get that challenge done for the 200 challenges to get my cap breaker. And I went like 4-0. And then I lost to a 7'4" stretch big before patch 1 because he was literally catching and shooting with a 7'4" on the 1v1 court. So that's a good change. But here's where there's nuance to that, guys. Just because 2K does a secret change and it's good, that's still bad. You see what I'm saying? We still need to know what the changes were. But it wasn't just that. They changed being able to KD out of the catch, being able to do a go-to shot, stuff like that. And they don't tell people. So this is why when there's a change in the game, and it doesn't even have to be a patch, we know that 2K can do changes without dropping an official patch. Why so many people are like, oh, this feels a lot different today. Game speed feels a lot different. My shot feels different. I mean, you can't trust them. How can you trust someone that does secret changes? Look, let's go over this, class. 2K26 patch notes 3.0 November 17th, the patch that just came out. It says added support for the NBA's new heave rule. They fixed the 3-second violation that should have never even been in the game, and then they didn't even tell us about it, and then it was in the game for about a month. Teammate chemistry boosts are now displayed in the HUD. No changes have been made to any other gameplay systems. Obviously there was changes. Why? I've said this for years, guys. This is not a new thing. This is not something that's they change things they don't tell people. If you're gonna have patch notes, be honest about it. Now look, I want to tell you guys, bro, I still don't dislike 2K26. Like, there's cheaters in the game, and that's really the biggest issue, to be honest. And also the sliders in Wreck and Park is just way too easy in my opinion. The only place that I told you guys I've been enjoying playing fives. I'm still showing you gameplay. All these gameplays in the since season 2 came out, None of them have been recycled. And if it was recycled, it was on accident. I've been showing you wreck gameplays that I recorded like 3 weeks ago when the game came out, because I was playing it a decent amount. You know what I'm saying? I'm still giving you new gameplays on multiple different builds. I enjoy playing 5s. Anything else is just, I just really don't like it that much. At least maybe I just needed a long break from it. And last night I played my first 2s games in the park of this season. Because, you know, 2s is just run, fade. In this gameplay, I'm on my 6'9". And anyway, I haven't played almost any park at all this year, this season, because the last time I played park, which was in the beginning of season 2, my last game was versus a cheater, a very obvious cheater. So I was like, nah, screw that. I'm not playing that. I'll go play 5s. But anyway, what I'm saying is, what I'm trying to get to the point of is I don't hate this game. I think it's, and I'm sure there's going to be people that disagree and are mad, whatever. I think it's probably the best next-gen game that we have. Some people will say like 2K22, 2K24. And look, saying it's the best next-gen game isn't really that good of a compliment, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? It's not like, whoa, he said it's the best next-gen game, because they haven't made that good of a product in next-gen. But what I'm upset about is all these little issues in the game. What gets changed, what doesn't. The dynamic dunk meter that you just seen right there, where I ended up at the hole, and I record that clip. You can see me recording it in the gameplay because it doesn't expand. I finish at the rim wide open, and it's still a small bar. There's so many issues in the game. 2K doing secret changes. 2K worrying about, they just had a 45% increase on recurrent consumer spending, and then they nerf VC and 3v3 Pro-Am. I mean, it's just 2K's antics. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I can't even really enjoy Rec anymore because the sliders are just way too easy. I feel like it makes bums look way better than they actually are. It's not like we're losing consistently in there. You guys have seen my record. It's like 110-6 or something like that in there. But I've been really liking Pro-Am, which you guys will hopefully see soon. I finally got a Pro-Am team together, but we'll see how long it lasts. That was the surprise I talked about in a recent video. But look, let's keep going. I just wanted to talk about that real quick. They said in the last video that they fixed the invisible glitch, and now there's another invisible glitch. It's an invisible torso glitch. And it's just funny how many glitches and issues are in the game, and gameplay issues like the RNG, the blocks being awful, the dynamic dunk meter not being dynamic, so many things, and yet they're just worried about. So we'll see what they do with this. Hopefully we're getting some sort of patch before season 3 or around season 3, and we'll see what they do, but it's not looking good right now. That's the reason why I don't want to give 2K any more money, because there's so many issues, and yet we have seen recently that they're not worried about that. They're worried about fixing Pro-Am 3v3 VC. So anyway, look, Cash Out right here became the first legit Legend 5 in the world. That's what he says on 2K26. And you see, he got community noted on Twitter. Cash Out might be the first legend. However, he is not legit, as he admitted himself to cheating. So we know that he got banned earlier in the year, and right there he got community noted. But 2K doesn't seem to think that. 2K doesn't seem to think that he is a cheater, because you see right here, we did it again. He is on the 2K26, immortalized walk of fame or shame, whatever you want to call it, for being the first legend in 2K26. So apparently 2K does not think that, right? They don't agree. And we talked about it when he got banned, how it's very obvious that 2K has favorites and the playing field is not the same for everybody, where some people got banned permanently, some people got banned with their level reset, like all the way back to Rookie 1, and then a few people only got a little bit of their level reset and didn't get banned, and it's bad. It's really bad. But look at this right here, where 2K tweeted and they said, "Get your level up with Wear and Earn Wednesday. Rock your short shorts." This was from like a week or two ago, but I just want to show you guys how funny this is. They posted this and then they deleted it, where it says right there, you see the arrow, "In Rise and Elite." For games played in Rise and Elite. And then they deleted it and took it out and reposted it, which is just hilarious. I mean, it's an actual copy and paste. So copy and paste that it was from 2K25, 2K24. I mean, it's bad. Now, look, this guy said, I love how they haven't fixed the Proving Grounds glitch. It's been a year. And I've been one of the only people that was vocal on this since it came out. But it's just so sad. And I don't even really talk about it that much anymore, that we got a new game mode, our only new game mode that 2K has gotten in years, that was supposed to bring ranked into 2K, like a real ranked mode, right? We haven't had ranked that has been a proper ranked mode ever in 2K. Like Pro-Am is just not, it's not right. Compare it to a lot of other games if you guys don't play other games, and it's just terrible, right? But I got on today after seeing that comment and wanting to put it in the video, and I want you guys to just see for yourselves. 2v2, this is current leaderboards. You can go check them out right now in Proving Grounds, and the number one player has a 36.7 win percentage. 58, 40, 59, 39, 47, 43, 39. Again, still, Proving Grounds doesn't work. You know how sad that is? That our only new mode has never worked from day one. For example, guys, last year when Proving Grounds was the first year of being in 2K, in Season 1, I had almost the best record on the entire top 100 in 2v2. And I'm not bragging or anything, I'm just trying to give an example here. I was like 210 wins and 230 games played. So I was like 210 and 20, something like that. And I still finished like I was like 50th place. I should have easily been top 5, top 10, but nope, because you can just dashboard out of every single game. There's a way to still not have your games count as losses. Still, 2 years of having Proving Grounds. This guy said it, and they need to fix the problem where on some jump shots, it does not read the tempo, so you automatically miss the shot. That's still an issue. And look, 2K has tried to fix that by bringing back the hitch in rhythm shooting, but then there's a hitch in rhythm shooting. You see what I'm saying? And that's not our fault. There should be no hitch, and there should be tempo registering, right? We shouldn't have to say, oh, well, yeah, 2K tried to fix it and then you guys complained. Well, no. Their fix was adding a hitch to rhythm shooting, which is still bad. Now look, King Doom said, this is the only gameplay change needed. I mean, did you guys think we weren't going to talk about the dunk meter, the dynamic dunk meter? Let's roll his clip right here. And you're going to see as he goes down, his dunk registers as an open. So there's a decently big bar and it just shrinks. Why does it shrink, Mike Wing? Why is the dunk meter shrinking right there? The dunk meter logic is awful. Just like blocking is awful. I mean, it's both ways. The logic is just so bad. And again, I don't hate this game. I don't think it's one of the best 2Ks ever, but I don't hate this game. There's just so many problems. It's really annoying. It's really hard to sit here and tell you guys that the game is great and not talk about any of these issues. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, you see this comment, my problem with RNG is the animations. They are wildly inconsistent. One game I can bump on defense, next game people slide through my body. So people are saying the defense has RNG, which we've talked about as well. RNG is definitely back. That's what it feels like for the defense. Like you can play good defense, but the contest is like RNG based. So people are saying that contest are RNG based. And honestly, that's how it feels sometimes. Like you're right in someone's face and it says open, and then the next play it can say 50% contested. Now, Solo tweeted out, what is happening with the 2K servers? In a previous video, we talked about Joe Knows tweeting this out. That was a few days later that Solo tweeted out that the 2K servers are having issues. The servers have been having a lot of issues. People were going into rec and it wasn't getting their teammates in, so they have to play with AIs. I mean, just a whole bunch of issues with that. But guys, I want to roll for you this clip of GB3. It's a little bit longer than a clip of GB3 showing us that it's just insane to even say this, but basically your jump shot can change your dribble moves on 2K26, and I'll be right back.
I swear on everything, I'm not lying. I'm so serious. Depending on what releases you have in your jumper will also depend on what moves you can get while dribbling. Oh my God. All it is CJ McCollum's go-to shot and then just doing a crossover after. So boom. I've scored probably not hundreds of points, but I've scored a lot of points doing that. It's a really good move. You literally just blow by defenders all the time. Okay, cool. Well, we're in my court, we're talking, and Ant wants to start playing on his small guard because he normally only just plays on the tall guard. Y'all see how he dribbles. Well, I tell Ant, I'm like, Ant, you know what? You should start doing this move. It's a really good move to get open. He's like, I can't. I'm like, what? What do you mean you can't? He's like, I can't do it. He's being so serious. I'm like, bro, stop. Like, what do you mean you can't do it? He's like, anytime I try to do that move, he's apparently tried it. Anytime I try to do it, I can't like do the crossover. So I'm thinking this nigga's trolling. Like, I don't think he's being serious, right? You can't just like do the go-to shot and then do a crossover. He's like, no. And so then like he tells me like he's being completely serious. He's like, get on my account and do it. I'm like, what? So I'm gonna show you guys. I'm gonna get on his account. Hopefully he's not on the game. If he's on the game, then I'll just do it on my account. Okay, he is not on. We're getting on that dude's account. Look, just look. All right, boom, loaded up on Ant's small guard. Cool. And he has the go-to shot on. He has a crossover on. Just look at what happens when I try to do it, okay? I promise you, I'm not messing it up. He can't do the crossover after it. I promise, I'm doing it exactly like I was doing it on my account. And so we're sitting here, we're like trying to figure out what's different. We put on the same SIGs, we put on the same hop jumper, all of that. We look at our jumpers and Ant's jump shot has DeJounte Murray's upper or his release. This release makes it so you can't do certain moves. I don't know why.
I mean, is that not insane? GB3 figures little stuff out like this every single year. Like last year, there was something with, there was a certain weight where if you had the exact same stats, like ball handle, speed with ball, height, everything, there was a weight that changed how you moved some of the dribble moves that you could do, which doesn't make any sense because that's not told to us at all. Like there was a actual threshold where if you had the exact same stats, you couldn't do some dribble moves. So just imagine all the little things that we don't really know messes up. That one right there is obviously hopefully not supposed to be in the game at all, but it's just crazy. There's got to be a bunch of ones that we don't know. Like if you have a certain celebration on or a certain green light animation, you can't do certain dribble moves or step backs, or it messes up your shot, your green window. Like, imagine how many little bugs and issues in the game that we don't really know about. It's just, man. So again, guys, like I said earlier, if none of these have made any sense to you, go ahead. But I'm pretty sure that a lot of these made sense, right? There were valid complaints or critiques about 2K26 right now. Again, I don't hate the game. It's just, it's insane to me, and it blew my mind that we had to make the last video of 2K so worried about VC when there's so many other issues in the game right now, so many logic issues, bugs, glitches, whatever it is. Then they're making secret patches without telling us what's going on. I mean, I'm just annoyed. I'm just frustrated. So we'll see with this patch coming up what they do. But anyway, guys, I'm out of here. Hope you all have a good one.